Hey everybody, it's Todd with Sweet Tea Guitars. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel and welcome to my life. Alright you guys, I thought we would take a break from the giveaway build and talk about my plans for the Great Guitar Build-Off 2022. I'm absolutely super excited about the Great Guitar Build-Off this year. I've got a really interesting guitar design plan for my build here. I don't know if you guys remember or not, but if you go back to the beginning of the giveaway build, I talk about a couple of commission builds that I have to do here at the shop. I'll be filming both of these and posting videos on both of those builds, but one in particular is for a doctor friend of mine. And he had asked me a few months ago, and we've talked about this all, since that time to try and figure out what he actually wants in a guitar. He's a new player. He's wanting to get into guitar with his young son, and I think that's great. I'm so honored that he's asked me to be a part of that. For his build, though, he requested something a little unique. He wants to be able to sit out around his pool or down on his dock at his lake house, play this guitar without having to be plugged into an amp so he doesn't disturb his neighbors if it's late at night or whatever, and so he doesn't have to lug an amp out to his pool deck, I guess. So I started thinking about that, and he knows I don't build acoustic guitars, and he doesn't want an acoustic guitar. He wants an electric. He just wants me to maximize the volume on this guitar so he can use it without plugging it into an amp. I started thinking about that. There's a few different ways you can go to accomplish that. I'm going to do a semi-hollow body. More than likely I'm going to use Sophia for the body wood, but I am going to put some accent stripes. This is a Great Guitar Build-Off, so I'm really wanting to produce something really stellar. Plus, it'll be the first guitar that's actually sold out of my shop. So I want this to speak, about the level of quality that I'm capable of producing here. So a semi-hollow Sophia body design, single cutaway more than likely, but I'm going to expand the thickness of the body up to about 2 1/4, 2 3/8 of an inch, somewhere around in there. Instead of the standard 1 3/4 to 2 inch, I'm going to expand the thickness of that body a little bit, because when I go to route out the cavities that are going to go under this top, that'll give me a little bit more room inside those chambers to amplify that sound. One thing that makes all the difference in the world, and everybody who builds guitars or plays guitars knows this already, but I was not sure about the science behind it. So I wanted to find out and become a little bit more informed what certain bridges do to lend themselves to a guitar sustain, tone, volume level, all those things. Well, what I wound up finding out was the more contact that bridge has with that body wood, the more capable that guitar will be of producing more sustain, more volume. Anyway, in that research, I come across a company called Sophia, and these guys make Sophia tremolos. And I don't know if you have seen, Daryl Braun featured a Sophia tremolo replacement on a Strat on his channel, but they also make a Tune-o-matic replacement bridge for a Nashville style. This one of the ones that the Tune-o-matic front part of the bridge piece is angled. They make a replacement bridge for that called a Sophia 344. Here it is right here. It's a one-piece design with 4 post locations. So there's the problem with the body contact solved. But you guys check that out, man. This thing looks like it was made on another planet. It's got 2 large posts and 2 smaller posts. All this is stainless and brass. It's beautiful quality. They're a little on the pricey side, but I didn't want to go on the cheap. I never will. I wanted to make sure I was building something stellar. I think that bridge, even though it's going to require me to shave a break angle either into the neck, the body, or a combination of both. I haven't decided how I'm going to do that yet, because I'm going to draw this guitar, which will be the first time I've actually done that. When I get ready to start posting videos for my Great Guitar Build-Off project, part of that will be the drawing of this guitar, so I can figure out all my break angles, bridge placement, scale lengths, everything you need to know before you go into a build. And then I'm going to build that guitar off of those plans. I don't want to run into any issues that I haven't thought about, or at least I want to minimize those. So the Sophia seemed like a good choice to accomplish that sustain and volume. And you guys go check out these Sophia tremolos, sophiatremolos.com. My buddy Mike at ASA Guitars down in Winter Haven, Florida, he's a dealer for Sophia. And through my conversations with him, he fully explained to me what the benefits of using a Sophia bridge were. This guy knows more about guitar technology than anybody I've ever known. And he's a super nice guy, so I really appreciate Mike's help on this. And I appreciate the hookup on the Sophia bridge as well. Anyway, I ordered a curly spalted myrtle wood top set from my buddies at C. Jacobs Woods. This thing is beautiful. I'm not going to show it to you guys yet. We'll do a wood reveal during the first video that I post for the Great Guitar Build-Off. And I'm not going to start on this build until the actual start date. I don't think I would feel good about starting it now and getting a jump start on it. You know, part of the allure for me, and I think part of the allure of the Great Guitar Build-Off as a whole, is being able to push yourself to produce the nicest original design for a guitar that you can come up with in the time allotted for that build. I've got an 8/4 hunk of quarter sawn curly myrtle for a neck. I think I'm going to use that as a neck. I may do a multi-laminate. I probably will. I like building necks that way. I'm going to do a dark wood fretboard, ebony, Murado, some type of wood like that. It's going to be a set neck design. I have already decided that. I will do a back angled headstock on this guitar. It's going to have a 7 to 8 degree back angle on the headstock. I'll use my original Sweet Tea headstock design for a 3x3 on this guitar. And that's pretty much what I'm planning on doing. So let me know what you guys think about that as a plan. One other thing I want to talk about is why I love the Great Guitar Build-Off and why I'm so on fire about it and so excited to be involved in this competition. And the fact that I'm calling it a competition, I mean, that's what it is ultimately, but I could care less about winning. That really does not matter to me. The big draw for me internally is the camaraderie. It's the brotherhood that exists because of it, you know? Look at the community that's been built up around the Great Guitar Build-Off. I want to test myself skill-wise. I want to put my passion to the test. I absolutely love that. But it's about what it drives me to do internally. It's not about me competing against another participant. I don't want anything to put a negative spin on this. And last year, there was so much negativity surrounding how the voting was going that it really put a negative spin on it for quite a few people. And this is just my opinion, you guys. I'm not saying I'm the majority. I'm just telling you guys how I feel. And I'm hoping that by this point, you guys have watched enough of my videos to know who I am as a human being. If you honestly feel like you got cheated because of the votes, it's not about that. It's about sharing knowledge, sharing your passion, sharing your vision, and showing your ideas to other people to try and help inspire them to get into building. whether it be guitars or any other thing. Building guitars has absolutely changed my life. And I mean that, guys. I'm not saying that for the sake of a YouTube video or for any other reason other than the fact that it's just the cold, bitter truth. It has brought so much joy and happiness to me. And I thought, you know, over a period of time, I thought some of those feelings would wane a little. And the new has absolutely worn off. But what I've been left with is about the most magical experience that I have ever had internally. What it has left me with is hardcore passion and drive to see this through forever at this point. And that's what this means to me. If you come to the Great Guitar Build-Off and witness what happens with everybody, you'll understand there are so many people doing so many different things, all super talented people. And from what I have found, most of those guys just want to share their passion. Those guys are the ones that are in it for the right reason. You know, this is who I am. This is what I do. I'm not trying to create some YouTube persona. That's hard to keep up with if you're not being real on YouTube. I'll have to remind myself what philosophy I'm subscribing to if I choose to create a YouTube persona. You know, I'm not doing that. That's not who I am. I just want to build guitars. I want to share everything that I learn with you guys, whoever wants to know it. And if you guys have been building longer than me, I appreciate you checking out my channel so much because I've learned everything I've wanted to know. I've learned from you guys. That's what the Great Guitar Build-Off is. It is strengthening and growing a community that allows people to be inspired on the level that I am, or at least somewhat approaching that level. Allow that to be what it is for you as well when we start the Great Guitar Build-Off this year. Not winning the competition, just do your best and let that happen as it will. Make your number one priority to share your vision with the rest of us. Satisfy that internal voice in you. When you do that and you satisfy that person on the inside, you know, the inner you, when that is happy, it comes through in every other thing you touch and in every other thing you do in your life. And this is different for every person. But to me, the secret of life is in a hunk of wood that is screaming to be made into a guitar. That is the secret of life, you know? It's the end result. And what I can sit there and be internally proud of, not boastful about, you know, better than. The closer I can get to what my vision of perfection is, the better off that internal me is. Find that thing inside of yourself that makes you want to share that with someone else, for what joy that can bring to them. And that should bring you joy to be able to do that, in my opinion. It brings me so much joy and happiness. And like I said, I'm just doing me, man. That's what I'm doing. So, but that makes me super humble to know that my plan is working, to share this information with you guys and to broadcast my enjoyment and my vision on YouTube for everyone to see. It's beautiful. I love it. I absolutely love it. I wouldn't do anything else in my life right now. This is it. This is as close to perfect that my life has ever been and that I would really ever need it to be. You know, I just want to keep going is what I want to do. So I hope you guys are into that. I'm sorry, I get long-winded sometimes and I'm really passionate just about, you know, my theories on these kind of things as I am about guitar building because they're both connected in my opinion. Anyway, I can't wait to see what everybody does. Good luck, everybody. I can't wait for the announcement to let us know we can get going on this build. So between now and then, I'm going to keep posting the giveaway build videos. On May the 1st, one of you guys is going to win a custom handmade guitar from me here. I can't wait to give that away. It also makes me feel wonderful, which is the whole reason why I want to give it away in the first place. It'll make someone else's day, which helps make my day. So I think that's just about as cool as it gets right there. You know. Anyway, come on back to the channel, and until the next video, peace and love.